Hello, everybody. This is me and Dwee. We're going to have perhaps 6 learning sessions. What are you, Dwee, about 15Q, 20Q, something in there?
15Q, about 15Q, yeah.
So we can call that beginning. I had him play a game where he tried to play some, basic, simple game. We're going to have a look. And at the end, hopefully he'll have an idea of how to do better. And then the next week, we'll take a look at that game. And over 6 weeks, hopefully we'll see some stuff that beginners can really use. That's my hope. That's why we're doing this. Okay, I haven't seen this game yet. Let's have a look. We are white. That's all fine. Notice that each corner is the same here. This is not a problem. It's perfectly fine, not even a hint of a problem. But you're going to get the same type of Joseki pattern in each corner. If you kick off one, right, let's imagine white approaches, that's one type. And then here's a whole different type. So I like to kick one off so everything's not the same. It'll help you learn a little bit. I would say let's just do that. It'll really help you learn about Go.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, this is perfectly professional style. I haven't seen your next move, but let's just talk about this a little bit. People tend to respond here. Why?
Yeah.
Well, there's one white stone and one black stone, so it's equal. If white's feeling weak, well, isn't black feeling weak? He only has one stone there. So if it's equal, we logically cannot be weak.
Right.
Because then he's weak, which means we're not weak. I mean, it's equal. So if you want to play away, you can just play away. This is actually how one way this comes in. Let's say we were to play this way. He approaches and we say, I'm not weak there. I'm going to take a nice corner move.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's almost like we picked up a whole move there in the corner. It's very attractive. Now, is it a problem to respond? Not at all. Not in the slightest. Okay, responding. Basically 2 types of responses. Again, I haven't seen your next move. Let's imagine you pinch, and now you have 2 groups to take care of.
Yeah.
Which stone are you going to defend? This is not an easy task. I say don't even think about it till you're 5Q, as far as I'm concerned. Just here, until you're 5Q, take care of your groups. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Just where you played, yeah. And even, yeah, good. So you responded. Boom, he plays the Joseki. Nice, simple Joseki. And now you have 2 choices. Here, and the white group is settled with points. You got 2, 4, 6, 8 to 10 points there.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. I got 10 points and I'm alive. That's pleasant.
Yeah.
Or here, and then you take Sente and play away, and you have less points and you're less settled, but you're further out and you can affect the board more. Most strong players play this way because they like getting to the rest of the board, but this is very pleasant playing at 1. Okay, you came out and then went away. Good. All great. And I like this being here. It makes black feel that he has to play on top. Not that it's hard, but you're kind of forcing him to do something, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
He plays here. Okay. Let's go through our little pattern. I guess there's some beginners that don't know the basic pattern. And the idea is, generally speaking, if everything's normal and equal, we want to defend any weak groups. Okay, our A group is not weak. We finished a Joseki, we played away, we haven't been approached. So our A group is fine. So we're not playing this move for defense. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a matter of size. Well, your move is a side. This is the first, I'll use the word mistake. It's not much of a mistake, but you're playing a side move, which only has one purpose, a big move on the side, rather than a big move in the corner.
Right.
So corner versus side, corner's bigger. Okay. Good enough. We got that. Okay. Understandable. This is the easy way of handling it, and I'm not against it. Once you get 10 levels higher, which sounds like a lot, but the early levels get through kind of quickly. I would play here. This allows black to start pressuring me. This is all true. I'm just going to run out. The point is that I played a corner move rather than a side move. And later on, I can still invade his 3-3 and everything's fine. So this is not a problem. If it's a mistake, you lost 1 or 2 points, very small. Good. Defend your group. Okay. Let's imagine this. So he just attacked our A group. It only has 2 options. If we want to do anything on the bottom, we better respond right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we would come out. We're now prepared to do our next event. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So he can attack us here. He can take the corner in Sente. That's big.
Right.
Now, if we look at this position and ask the question, who's going to be getting more points on the bottom? Black. Duh. So when we see this, of course black's getting more points. He's supposed to get more points. Okay. He didn't take it. Instead, he's playing center. Center's the last place. This is not a defensive move. It's not an attacking move. We can't go in that direction. It's center points, which is like the smallest thing someone can do. So totally the only move. Take away his corner move. So instead of him taking the corner, you're playing in the corner. Big difference. On top of which, you can now start attacking him. So really big move. Now, you don't need it because you do have 3 options for health. So if there's some big move you want to do, okay, you can do another big move. But this is, his move here is so practical and so Sente, it's hard to imagine something being that much bigger. All makes sense so far?
Yeah.
Let's look for a moment at this move versus we generally see this as white's next move, right? A knight's move.
Yeah.
This is kind of a special meaning move. If we want, we can finish this, right, and take those 6 points. It's not big enough.
Yeah.
But the point is, when you make, now this isn't a beginning thing. This is a specialized Joseki that's a wonderful move to know, and you don't need to know it. But we're here, and I'll just go ahead and show it.
Sure.
If you walk away, black can kill that A stone. So let's play that through and have him kill. You better take it. Yep, I'm taking it. No, you really need to take it. Yep, I'm taking it. I'm going to kill you 2 stones. No, you're not. Okay. So black captured 2 points. And
Yeah.
let's add another point or so in the corner. So 3, possibly 4 points. Not very big. What did we get? We have all this thickness for our A group. We're thicker. We have an eye on the bottom. We have a lot of advantage from that exchange. He got 3 points on a group that was already alive. Big deal. So
Yeah.
it's just, this sacrifice is very meaningful. So we want him to take the stone. So it's the AB exchange is very nice for white. And later on, perhaps white might, finish it up in some way. Who knows? That's for later in the game. Okay. You defended in the center. You need to defend on the corner, side, center.
Yeah.
He went in the center, last place you want to go. You went into the center, last place you want to go. Okay.
I
Now,
see.
these
Yeah.
little rules, I mean, that's pretty much what people learn on day one, corner, side, center. But you
Yeah.
see these 10 Qs constantly breaking the rules, constantly. Why do you do that?
Yeah.
Have you never been told, oh, I just thought in this case, no. We're talking 95+% of the time, just follow the rules. You'll get a lot stronger. Okay. Looking good. So let's talk about a rule. Let's say he attacks us and we defend. And I'm just going to have him take a corner, sort of like passing. I just want white to see this A group. Should white say, oh, I better defend? Well, wait a minute. White defends, black doesn't attack, and we
Yeah.
defend. That doesn't make sense. Why do we defend if we're not attacked?
Right.
So this is a rule. Don't defend unless you're attacked. Okay. So we're here. Defense. He doesn't attack us, and you defend it anyway. Wasted move.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I say wasted. Of course, there's some value to it, but not near 100%. I still like this move a lot. It's very big. But let's look at a couple alternatives. Look at the black area growing on the right. It's getting a little scary. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead, white playing there. White's getting scary. This is a double value move of kind of extreme proportions. I mean, black gets scary big or white gets scary big. So even though this is center, well, we're pretty much done with corners. I think I might still play here, but this white move is pretty big. Okay, let's see what you did. You came up. Not great. Uh-huh. We love what we're getting on top. Uh-huh. Good. Yep. a strange move. So the answer, it's a vital point.
Right.
Let's have black say, "You fool, I'll cut you." Atari can't escape.
Yeah.
So there is no cutting stone now.
Right.
So it's absolute sente. Then he's dead. So pretty big change there.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to see that. I mean, it's like step by step. Oh, vital points,
Yeah.
life and death.
Yeah.
That's he's almost one done, and he's just never experienced much life and death.
Oh,
And he's missing. I saw one of his games in the last couple of days, and 4 times he could have killed a group. He didn't know how. He's almost one done, right? It's like takes a while.
interesting.
There's a lot to learn and go. Boom, boom, boom. And then you did it. Good. Dead. He's dead. Tari. Dead. Nice. The capture. And he plays away. Good. As you play, there's idea of keeping up. I don't know how to say it. Keeping up with the game. So, for instance, we kill A. Okay, I like our points. That's one thing you kind of internalize. Oh, I'm getting points. I like that.
Yeah.
Then you look and you go, well, I've got extreme thickness here to the right and a little bit down towards the bottom. This is a great benefit. Makes his life on top very difficult. This whole exchange, wow, I gained massive amounts here. And when you carry that with you to the rest of the game, it helps you find your next moves.
Just realizing how strong I am in
Yeah.
this position you mean. Okay, yeah.
It might lead you, and I'm not saying it's going to, it might lead you to say, I think I want to split you. I want to fight here. Why? Because I've got so many strong stones around. I think I'll fight. And that's what you did. You came right in. That's cute. Yeah. This is asking him to get stronger, right? Please connect all your stones together. I would rather say, please don't connect your stones together.
Cut immediately, or how they immediately, yeah.
And then let's say you get out. If reading is so hard and go, you'll find a lot of strong players that read poorly. I'm one of them. I've never been good at reading. Now, if we say there's a 10Q who's not good at reading, that's saying one thing. 6-dan who's not good at reading. Well, that means he's really good at reading, just not at that level. So I'm not very good, but yeah, I'm better than a 10Q. But still, I'm not very good. So getting used to the idea, reading more and more. Okay, so if black plays this way, wow, that's magnificent for white. You see those 2 stones caught in a huge white sea. So fantastic. So, and I would call that game over. Pretty much. That's hard for black to come back from. So if we imagine this way, if he saves, same thing. He's caught in white. If he goes this way, we've captured the stone. Let's imagine this. It's good for black to sacrifice that stone. He'll try to connect, threatening to kill us. Let's just get a little Aji in the corner in Sente, and then we kill.
Yeah.
He saves this cut in Sente and that cut in Gote. Okay. Then we look at the result. The right side, our A group, a little better than it was because we have a little more thickness. The whole B area used to be his, and now it's ours on a large scale. That's big. We didn't get the center, but he didn't either. He got, what did he get out of this? 0. maybe 2 points
Yeah.
maximum. And we got 2, 4, 6, 8, lots.
Yeah.
Probably a 30-point plus swing.
Would you say that in that position that you just showed earlier, that the A group is behind enemy lines?
Yes. Only because we can draw a straight line, and white is indeed behind enemy lines. Is now, let's define something here. Okay, white is alive upon alive, but he's behind enemy lines.
Yeah,
Well, it has no meaning at this point that he's behind enemy lines.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's a matter of I'm behind enemy lines and what? Well, in this case, and I've got pretty good shape, right? I have some center eyes in the center, eyes on the bottom. I can move to the left. I can move to the right. I
Yeah.
don't see any problems here. It's a very healthy group, so I don't care.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And these discernments is, for me, what goes all about. The strength and weaknesses of groups. If we go back to our extreme example, everyone knows white's fine, don't worry about it. Here, I think the vast majority of, anyone around one don will know, oh, I'm fine here. How about 10 Qs? It's a little harder to know how much, what can happen here.
Yeah.
10 Qs don't know a lot. So the stronger you get, the more your discernment, and you start, a 9 don, they can make decisions on the finest line based on readouts and massive amounts of experience. Okay. White, black. Wow. What did you do? Okay. One of our best examples right here. We've been thinking about our A group for a while.
Yeah.
Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? He plays in here, and I'm not exactly sure how to bring this about. Let's look at it. Let's make a group here. Okay, so we're imagining this white group. And at this stage, we see these stones as the group. And this is a
Yeah.
very valid way of looking at it. But let's say the game continues and things change. And something happens over on the right. Well, all of a sudden, we no longer need the A stone.
Right.
A and B may or may not be the same. So when black says, "Oh, I'm gonna kill your group," no, you might hurt one stone, but my group is perfectly fine. So the idea is to be flexible. So here we have a group at this stage, that's our group. But as things change, we need to keep up with the changes and the flexibility. So going back to, there it is. I'm seeing the 3 A stones at this point as separate from the B stone. I'm saying I no longer need the B stone. I have these 2 C stones that are really helpful for escaping. And I've got this amazing move that gives me what? How many points is that? 30? I get 30 points with
Yeah.
more to come. And what do you get? Oh, sorry. Where are we? We're here. Let's give him everything. How many points did he get? 2, 4, let's call it 10. In Gote, we got 30, he got 10, and it's our move. We are so far ahead in that sequence.
Yeah.
So at this point, those 2 white stones and him ignoring are a really big change in how we see the group. And this is something that players have a hard time with, being flexible. Pros, no problem at all. They'll give up a whole group to do something else. They'll give up a tail. They'll give up whatever. When he plays, man, I'm giving that up so fast. This is huge. Okay. So as we're discussing these things, it would be great if I could keep all of this information simply on a basic level. Your picture went away. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. And also your volume has been cut in half. So it would be great if I could keep this on all very just basic information. But it's hard to. We keep slipping over to more advanced stuff, which is much less important for now. Okay, so I say that because we're about to launch into something a little more advanced.
Okay.
So assuming we want to stop these problems, which is not a bad idea. All of these do it? Each one of these moves stops him?
Yep.
So the question is, which one? So let's try to answer this from the perspective of our goals. So our main goal, save A. And this process is true on every move throughout the whole game. What do you want to do? Okay, save A. What else you want to do? Well, before we answer the question, let's look at possible answers. I want to take as much points in area 1 as I can. Then I think your move. Man, that's maximum points. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what other options are there? Well, I'm noticing a pretty strange shape for black.
The elephant's eye.
If we play B, I don't think he can stop us. That's pretty nasty. That seems more important than how many extra points in area 1? 2, 3 extra points? Not a lot of extra points. While B, he's weak. That's always worth more, 98% of the time. What else? Well, I would like to maintain, he's got a lot of gaps here. Lots of problems. I would like to keep B weak and not encourage him to fix his problems. Well, then how about just here? Totally secure, and now we can go do whatever. And maybe even, let's just fix. So he can't do anything in Sente to help himself. Here, well, what if he can do that in Sente? Probably not. Maybe. What about if he could do that in Sente? I don't know. So what about here? No Sente.
Yeah.
So he has all his problems still. So once we identify help A, don't bother. Don't let him fix anything. Then something simple and local. Your move says, please fix all your problems. So black
Right.
can boom, 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 Boom. Let's just put it here. Gosh, he's so thick. All his problems are settled. That's actually one of the biggest goals in Go. If you can just get your primary goal defined, I mean, you're 10Q, no problem. 9-8, whatever. And if you go, once you're used to that, okay, that's my main goal. What's my secondary goal? What else do I want to do? If you can start making two purpose moves consistently, you don't have to know what you're doing. You're playing at 5Q level. I'm making a little bit up here in what it's going to mean, but these are very powerful tools. Okay, boom, boom. That's twice he's ignored us. So the two things I want to do, play A to take it away from him, and now we're going to mess with him on the right. We're ready. And B, so there's two moves he hasn't played. I want one of those right now. And B's biggest, so I'm just going to play B. And when I speak poorly about your moves, I have no thought, oh, Dewey, I can't believe you played this move. What a bad dog. No, not at all.
Yeah, I
But
completely understand.
to understand, it's like, what's this move doing? I'm defending the group. Your A group? Really? It needs no defense. I mean, it's hard to imagine what this move is doing. I can't. Yeah, I wouldn't even know. Yeah, no idea. Okay, so A or B, those are the two things missing on the board. And a lot of times, this is how you know where to play. So let's do that for a bit. Let's look around for things that are missing. For instance, there's a cut at A. Well, we could form a board. Let's put some black stones over here, nice and strong stones. And let's break any nets and ladders. All of a sudden, maybe there's a cut here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that means the A group versus the B group. Well, since the B group is dead, as long as we have a lot of liberties and can run around, it's not a problem. But in this, we might not be able to run anywhere.
Yeah.
And there's Co's involved. Okay, but at this stage, no. Especially if you play here, no, you don't need to worry about the cut. Okay, so A, there's something there. And then you go, yeah, that's true, but yeah, I'm not worried. Okay, what else? Well, there's an unfinished move at B. Yeah, but it doesn't really affect any groups. It's endgame. Okay, but notice we're looking around at stuff. What is there? And we have some unfinished things at C and D. Next, there's this big open skirt at E. We talked about that. Now, this is a perspective. You know, what's missing? And well, that's what we're naming. And you go, well, A, not worried. B, that's for later. C, oh, I like it. D, I like it a lot. E, anytime. I'd like to get there. So those are the things that are missing that I can see. Then there's things that we want. For instance, area 1, I'd like to eventually try to think about how to get there. But I need to take care of needed things before I start anything else. Take care of your groups before you start attacking. You see these 10Qs, it's chaos. They're trying anything when they're not remotely prepared, and the game gets, all groups are dead. and no one knows it. It's horrible, disgusting chaos. I mean, it's weird to see. If you check out the needs and the desires and organize them, and that's what a lot of Go is. It's just organizing vast amounts of information. When I was younger, I'm now 71, 72, somewhere in there, and I can't focus at all anymore. When I was younger, I could focus. I could focus quite well if I may honk a horn there, beep a horn, whatever it is. I could go to a tournament, play 6 games, go home and record them all because I've memorized them all. It was like I was so proud. Oh, and recorded them all, and then start analyzing them. It's like, no problem. Or in game. In game, there's a dozen in-game moves. Which one's biggest? Why? Which one's Sente? Which one's good? And you all have to be organized. That's hard. I can't do any of that anymore. I'm like, just try to keep the very basics in order. That was a ramble. Come up, fixes. This is actually a very important move. In one move here, he is significantly deeper in area 1, significantly closer to a danger of the cut at 2, significantly closer to being able to peep at 3 and kill the 2 stones, and maybe start attacking the group again. Everything changes with this one move. But if you play it, all of a sudden, everything's different. Maybe you'll be able to get the Atari and surround on a large scale. Your group's healthier. Yeah, very important move. Yes, finish it up. His turn there, absolute Sente. Yep. Notice he didn't continue here. See how he's getting close to this move? Oh, yeah. Remember, we set up this hypothetical board where this was an actual problem for White. Oh, that's so unlikely. Here we are, really close to that strange situation. So when he plays away, my first thought, let's take that away. In one move, 1 is not a problem, and we have all of area 2. Yeah, so that's my first thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. This is the other area of importance. Yep. So now A's left undone and B's left undone. And C is left undone. So I would be thinking, which of these in what order? So this is strong players' perspective. You see me going, oh, A, B, or C. Why? Because these are the unfinished areas where all the action is happening. Yeah, you're kind of saying, I'm thinking of cutting you here.
Uh-huh.
What kind of job did you do in fixing the problems around A and B? Kind of weak. So here, a much stronger move literally cannot be cut.
Right.
And now you can start thinking about maybe there's stuff going along here. Maybe I can just walk in. Maybe who knows what I can do. So a weak move. Yeah, there's some readout to do here, but this is possible, yeah. And go through and cut. Yes, it worked. Now, before we see your next move, let's imagine Tari. Ooh, some real dangers here. there's really dangerous stuff going on. See what I mean?
Yeah.
All because you
Too many
played a
cuts.
weak connection earlier,
Yep.
which is why over time you start learning, oh, just play strong. When I was 5 to 10Q, I was really hungry for how do you play this game? I had no idea. And there weren't, maybe there's one don around that came. I mean, it was a different world. And all they would tell me is, oh, just play strong. I had no idea what that meant. Literally, no idea. But this is a weak move because it's so cuttable, while this is a strong move because it's not cuttable. That
Right.
has a great deal to do with what playing strong means. Yeah. Still, I love the sequence here. You're totally hassling black. 2 ways to cut. That's cutting on the big side. Hard to know what's best here. Let's just go forward saying looks reasonable. I would have done a lot of reading here. There's a great deal going on. What if he just gives up 2 stones? Am I satisfied? Pretty satisfied. Nice little
Mhm.
chunk and no problems. This one, well, what if he plays here? Well, just start going home. Okay, he does it again. Well, I'll just connect home. Great. Maybe he can just live.
Yeah.
Oh, way more
Yeah.
complications. So I would have cut the other side, but this is certainly understandable. Tari, out. So curious what you're about to do. Oh, I like it. Yeah, that's your weak stone. Yes, of all the fighting, that's your weak stone. I would have Tari. Same move, right? He can't cut,
Oh, yeah.
but now he has less shape. Yeah,
It makes an empty triangle.
yeah. And potentially fix this way, potentially because it gives a huge cut coming up. I mean, something of black
Yeah.
dies now, just dies.
Yeah.
So, but this is a little less effective in the fight, but way more effective in this little black center area. So it'd be a matter of, well, how bad does this make me feel? If I don't like that, if that looks like Sente and a bother, then I'll play your move. So it's a lot of decisions there. So not a bad move. Okay. Comes out. Tari. Capture. I'm so curious how you handle this. So we would want to break this down. How much trouble is the cut going to be? Well, first of all, he has to capture for any problem to be. Oh, so there's no cut.
Yeah.
At the moment, you're not cut. Nice. And the moment you're cut, you can just fix. So that's nice. So then, what to do? I'd say, since we're not cut, we're not concerned about this black push. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
So then
We
what
have
are we
options,
concerned with?
right?
Say it again.
Because we have options. We have different options if you
Yeah,
play that move.
right. So then what do? I want to see your move. How did you find that move?
It looked like how do you call it? Like a
Vital point?
vital point. Yeah, to make eye shape. I want to take away his eye
Exactly.
shape. Yeah.
So you found it by, well, if black plays there, it looks good for black. There's
Exactly.
proverbs
Yeah.
all about that. Yes, it's good for your opponent, it's good for you. These kind of proverbs. This
Yeah.
is the perfect move. That's the killing move right there. He no longer he cannot get well, there's a ko. So it's a ko for the cut at A. But even if he can, vital point, very powerful. We can say black is dead. To say black's dead, so let's say there's 2 20Qs playing. Black may well live. Yeah, but black should be dead. So assuming people who know what they're doing, oh yeah, black's dead. There's no question about it.
Right.
Okay, comes in. Very understandable. If one was greedy, one might consider the cut,
Ah,
but that's greedy, right? You're saying, oh, I'll just kill the whole thing. Well, how about if I just keep playing near the group I'm trying to kill? That's a more rational way of looking at it. Yes, this is the kind of move we talked about, things that were missing. Well, if you
yeah.
didn't play here, that's missing.
Yeah.
You have a weak position there. Oh, that makes it way stronger. Yeah. Fix and understandable, but I would now fix that problem of mine.
Ah, yes.
Now, if I could read out black, oh, no problem. It's not even remotely close. Two-step co. I love two-step co's. No problem at all. I'm not worried. So I can imagine if I wanted to read all that out, that I'd let him cut me.
Yeah.
But in the middle of a game, that's a lot to ask. So for
Yeah.
me, my first thought is, oh, just fix. You can't get
Yeah.
through anyway. You just cut them off in any way you choose to. Here, that's another way to cut them off. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Boom. That certainly is the strong securing move. And again, at your level, that's the right thing to do. But as you get stronger, you're like, well, what if he cuts? Well, Atari, fix. Let me just come out. I have no weaknesses anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, that takes some reading, some experience, and you have neither of those.
Yeah.
I had a friend, it was actually over a year ago, might have been 3 years ago now, 4, I don't know. And we decided to do some math and figure out how many games I've played in my lifetime. I thought it was going to be a bigger number than it was. I was a little disappointed. He's like, no, 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 that's a big number. So I've played approximately 100,000 games.
Wow.
And I assumed it was going to be at least half again that much. It was only 100. That's a lot. So that's an awful lot of experience. And
Yeah.
how many games have you played? 1,000? Less?
Maybe not even. No,
Yeah,
I've been doing it hours. So,
yeah. And all of those games we've been playing at a level that is pretty much just chaotic and no one knows what's going on. So it's not useful
yeah.
information. So very big difference. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Fix. Uh-huh. None of this stuff. Don't leave that weakness. Oh, you're going to be
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Good. Play strong. There it is again. Play strong. He plays here. I wouldn't even, yeah, don't even think about it. Just fix. I don't want to play the co. I don't want there to be problems. Just fix the thing. If you're 5 down, well, let me see. Do I really need to fix? Go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah.
But anyone 5Q on down, oh, just play strong. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. So that's standard, right? I mean, that's all makes sense is what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, the actual standard way, there's the proverb. If you're going to sacrifice the stone, make it 2 stones. The
Yes.
reason is you get a little more out of it.
I get a
And
stronger
he
position
didn't,
myself.
yeah. And he didn't get an extra point or anything. It's simply kind of like if you sacrifice that stone, there's no difference in the score. Oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
play here, and you can't. There's no difference in the score. Okay. Boom. Oh, good, good. You found some concern here and you fixed it. This is what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. It does not matter if something works or not. How in the world are you supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? Things get so complex. So what should I do? If I look and I go, I'm concerned. I think this is weak. I'm supposed to fix.
Yeah.
Yes, I might be wrong. Yes, you might be wrong. It doesn't matter. You need to play responsibly. Therefore, this was correct. Would I have done that? No, you're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But it's beside the point. You're supposed to fix if you think you're weak. And that is the shape point. If
Yeah.
I thought I was weak, I would probably do it here because it's a little closer to any idea of black living. I don't know. I would think about
Right.
it. But
Yeah.
still, yeah, love the move. Whether it's right or wrong, the idea is correct. Comes in. Ooh.
He could have cut.
He
I
could have
think.
cut.
Yeah.
That would have been exciting. So each of these that we look at, they actually all get down to basics. So let's just break this apart a little bit.
Okay.
If black gets this move in Sente, what did he get in, I'll mark area 1? Little, maybe a point or two, maybe.
Yeah.
In Gote, not very impressive. So what about the other side? Oh, he gained a lot. So when black plays here, I'm fixing this way. That's the more
Right.
important of the two areas. Now, if you personally were thinking about it, right, you're a little stronger, paying a little more attention. You go, well, he's about to get into my area 1 or my area 2. Oh, area 2 is bigger. There, you're making a better decision. But again, you need some experience, some time on the board. There's just so many things to think about. Okay. It comes up. You come up unnecessary. I don't see a threat here. You're simply saving like a point or two.
Yeah. Right.
And now monkey jumps, always nice. Now this is seriously dangerous. Does he do it? He doesn't. What do you do if he starts a ko?
Oh.
Well, he needs to start surrounding you, right? So
Yeah.
it's like a two-step ko in your favor, but that's worth some points. So you should just play real basic here.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I'd want to go. And now we're in in-game, which is not, I don't think, too important. Let's look at, so we acknowledge that this is in-game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Completely agree.
But area 1, there's still an opening. Area
Yeah.
2, middle game. So there's 2 areas before in-game. I'll just show you what I'm gonna do. Let's say I plop a stone down. And he says, you can't get into my corner. It's pretty meaningful.
Yep.
Okay. So let's say instead he says, no, you can't connect. Well, then I'm alive in your corner. Wow. This is huge. You're going to
Yeah.
live inside black's area. Now let's add a black stone. So that's gone. Okay. Then what do? Oh, I'm just going to test him. You're going to give me ko. You're going to go for the kill. If you go for the kill, that's going to give me some information. So this is going to test him. And I don't like being tested because I don't know all that stuff. Okay. So that's one idea. Next idea, just run into the corner and that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And let him come down. No problem. Yeah. Okay, good. So I guess we have questions like, did it make sense? Was it helpful? do you think this will impact your next game?
Yeah, I think one of the recurring themes for me, I think, is that I tend to defend when it's not unnecessary,
Uh-huh.
and I think it has to do with me not completely recognizing when I'm weak and when I'm strong. Maybe it's practice because the corner move you showed at the end, which was a big move, like the whole game already.
Uh-huh.
I just failed to see that.
Yeah. There's something that few players do, which is kind of cute. Black, white, black, white, black, white. It's like, oh, I know where to play. I see the pattern. That was easy. It's kind of like drawing. You got a crayon, you got craft paper, and you're drawing, and there's something satisfying about it. And it's like, no black will not come in. I'm very confident about this. And it's a whole nother experience to say, that's not important. This is more important. So the idea of thinking every move in a Go game, that's insane.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I've done that in my 55 years of playing Go? Gosh, somewhere between 0 and 6. Seriously, between 0 and 6. Focusing the whole game, making responsible choices. Oh my God, that is so hard. This is partly why I enjoy Go so much. It lets me clearly see myself. It's like, Lance, you're an idiot. Wow, that's true. Go shows me every game. You're an idiot. You didn't even think that through. Why not? Bad character, lack of discipline. I think that's who I am. I like to see my negative qualities. Now I know what to do next as to how to work through them. Yeah, the idea of focusing on every move, just outrageous. So it's
Yeah.
completely understandable that we do these things, but just more and more try to think about the moves. Viewers, hopefully you'll see what Dewey is trying to learn, and hopefully you'll see some way that it can apply to you and how this can also be helpful to you. And again, we're trying to have a six game series and see what it can put under his belt and how it can help you guys. So that's my goal, is try to get some stuff across. Okay, everybody. See you next time. Say goodbye, Dewey. Goodbye, Dewey. Okay, bye.
Everyone.